Baltimore Bulls go up north to Buffalo to play the Stampede. Kelvin Martin, the return man for the Bulls, comes back from injury. We start off with Vici going over the middle to his tight end, Pete Metzlars. And Pete Metzlars gets it inside the 35-yard line, and then Vinny would play action, rollout, bootleg, throw it to Garrison Hurst, tight roping it down the left side, getting it into the red zone, and then Testaverde stands back, surveys the field, throws his first touchdown of the game to Pete Metzlars. It's 7-0. First drive for the Bulls here, and Eric Kramer throws an interception, costly to Rod Woodson. This would be a theme in this game. And then Vici would shovel past it to Garrison Hurst. He bobs and weaves around defenders, and he makes it inside the 10-yard line. And Bo knows Jackson, he knows the end zone. Next drive for the Bulls, and like from the last drive, Eric Kramer's intercepted by the Hall of Famer Rod Woodson. And then Bo knows Jackson, he would nose the end zone for his second touchdown of the game, the flip to the right. Eric Kramer wouldn't get intercepted here. He gets sacked by Mike Crowell, and he would get up limping. He's injured. Eric Kramer would be replaced by Rich Gannon, the Cannon. However, the Stampede would get the ball back, and Vinny Testaverde is running around, throwing it after stepping up. He's giving it to Al Toon, and Al Toon is watching cartoons in the end zone. 28-0, celebrate there, Vinny. More bad news for the Bulls, as Rich Gannon, the Cannon, is safetied by Pepper Johnson, and Bo knows Jackson, he would nose the toss to the right, making it inside Baltimore Bulls territory. And then after the drive stalls, Pete Stoyanovich would add the field goal, 33-0. And it doesn't seem to matter who the Bulls have at quarterback, because they're throwing interceptions. This time, Rich Gannon, the Cannon, again to Rod Woodson, the hat trick. Another 3 interception game by a defensive back, and a hat trick here for Bo knows Jackson. He knows the end zone. Buffalo wins 50-14 easily. Buffalo's 4-5. Bulls are 2-7. Washington Generals go to Cleveland to play the Cardinals. Sean Salisbury Stake had a really good game last week. Let's see if he can do well this week. However, Ronnie Lippett on that pass just jumps out of nowhere and intercepts the ball. First of the game, Irv Smith catches that Ken O'Brien pass. Derek Brown rushes for the touchdown. Next drive for Sean Salisbury Stake. Let's see if he can get any points on the board. He throws it deep down the right side to Mark Duper, and inside the red zone, Sean Salisbury Stake would throw another interception to Ronnie Lippett. I don't know. I think this is Lippett's game. Ken O'Brien gets the ball back for the Cardinals. He throws the ball to a diving Robert Clark down the left side to around the 13-yard line. This would lead to a Ken Willis field goal, and the score is 10-0 Cardinals. Mel Gray, who has been an unsung hero here for the Washington Generals this season, gets the ball on the direct snap. He gets it inside Cardinals territory, and Sean Salisbury Stake finishes this drive off with like a 35-yard touchdown to Mark Duper, getting the Generals on the board. Ken O'Brien says, "This is just too close for me. We can't lose 3 straight." He throws the ball down the right side to Reggie Foghorn Langhorn. However, Ken Willis misses this extra point. Score is 16-7. Sean Salisbury Stake backs up. He throws the ball over the middle to a jumping Mel Gray, and Mel Gray gets the ball to the 1-yard line, and Derek Fenner bums the ball in for the touchdown. 2-point ball game. Sean Salisbury Stake throws his 3rd interception to Ronnie Lippett. However, this drive for the Cardinals ends up very badly, as Ken O'Brien is sacked by Kyle Clifton, and then he throws an interception here to Rich Miano, but the Generals do nothing there. This play is to ice the game, as Ken O'Brien throws it down the right side to Reggie Foghorn Langhorn, and the Cleveland Cardinals win 16-14. They snap a 2-game losing streak. They're 7-2. Generals are 3-6. And now for the Monday night primetime game. Chiefs are going to Pittsburgh to play the Renegades. John Elway first snap. He gets tackled. It's a fumble recovered by Dante Jones, and he could go all the way, rumbling, bumbling, stumbling for the touchdown, 7-0. Pittsburgh gets the ball on the ensuing drive, as Kevin McAttack gets the check down as he's rumbling, bumbling off defenders into Chiefs territory. This would lead to a Jason Elam long field goal, 7-3, to get Pittsburgh on the board. Jim McMahon, play action rollout bootleg, getting space, throwing deep, jumping catch by the Hall of Famer John Taylor, and he's going to make it into the end zone for the touchdown. He couldn't be caught today. He went all the way. 14-3. Elway with the ball, throws it short to the old reliable Don Beebe. Both of these teams are 3-5, trying to be 4-5. This would lead to a field goal by Elam after the drive stalls. And look who appears here, the Hall of Famer, the human highlight reel, the human joystick. Barry Sanders getting to midfield for the Chiefs. And McMahon, with no pressure in his face, would throw to the flats to the human highlight reel, the human joystick, Barry Sanders. This would lead to a Jason Strowowski field goal as it's 17-6 with the Chiefs in the lead. John Elway needing points. He throws it deep to old reliable Don Beebe, and he could go all the way. The speedy Don Beebe for the touchdown. It is 17-13. Next drive for Pittsburgh. They're already in Chiefs territory. Robert Drummond gets the touchdown. Pittsburgh takes the lead, and all that John Elway needs to do is throw to his favorite receiver, Don Beebe, who is leading the team in receiving yards, and Robert Drummond gets the touchdown. Now it's the Chiefs in shambles as Barry Sanders tries to get room with around 2 minutes left to go in the game. Fighting off tacklers won't do any good. 4th and 10, last-ditch effort. Alonzo Highsmith gets the handoff. He's unable to get to the first down marker. He got close. Side retired. 27-17. Pittsburgh wins. They're 4-5. Chiefs are 3-6. And now we have the Hattrick Heroes, or the players who did 3 great things in Week 9. We'll start off with Bo Nose Jackson, 16 rushes for 116 yards and 3 touchdowns. Ronnie Lippett with 3 interceptions against the Washington Generals. James Jett with 3 receptions for 148 yards and 3 touchdowns. Don the Magic Man Mikowski pulled him out of his hat 3 times and 3 touchdowns. Next we have Rod Woodson in that same game against the Baltimore Bulls. 3 interceptions of Baltimore Bulls quarterbacks. He had himself a field day here. Tim Brown, the Hall of Famer, 3 receptions for 148 yards and 3 touchdowns as he fought off a defender to make it into the end zone for the touchdown. And finally, Sean Dawkins, wide receiver for the Birmingham Rebels, caught 3 touchdown passes en route for a win against the Vegas Gamblers.